dark. I looked at my clock. I still had about 5 hours to sleep. I rolled back over, and I didn't move a centimeter. I hardly breathed. I laid in silence for 20 minutes, without even a single second of sleep. Asking myself a question I knew the answer to was pointless. It was useless. The same thing used to keep me up at night when I was a boy. Ever since I can remember, it has caused me to lose sleep. Had I done something wrong? No, I couldn't have. It could have been wrong, but it wasn't. It had to be done. There was no choice in the matter. I didn't have to do it. No, I did. I was forced. It wasn't my fault. I had to. I needed to. And yet, it was wrong. I now knew this, and it was something I didn't want to know. Something I didn't want. It was wrong. It was wrong, and I knew it was. I knew it was when I was in the process, but I finished the job. At that point, there would be no turning back. There are no mulligans in life, no do-overs. And so I finished what I had started out to do. It was a crime. But it was only a crime if I got caught, right? Wrong. Maybe no one would ever know of me ever committing such a crime. But I would. I would know, and I would administer the punishment unto myself. I would not sleep until I had felt that I had gone through enough. But would that ever happen? Would it? The answer was obvious. No. Not until I was dead would my punishment be harsh enough for my crime. For it was what it was. And I couldn't do anything about it now. Murder, 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 murder. The more I said it in my head, the worse it sounded. It was a horrifying word. A word that makes people shake at the thought of it. And yet, I committed that same word. I defined it. Murder's what I did. I did it. I did. It was a terrible action. It was a horrible decision. It was just plain. Now there's a word. There's a word I remember using once before. Did I not say that he was appalling? Did I not say how unpleasant he was? I did. It was true. This was the reason. This was why I did what I did. This is why I took the knife and cut his life short. This is the reason. What was so appalling? What was it? Nothing is what he did. Nothing is what he said. Nothing is what he felt. And so nothing is what he had to live for. He was a useless person just taking up space in this world. It was lousy bottom feeders like him that made this world what it has become. He was the reason for all things in this world that are evil. So was it a bad thing that I did? Was it really? No, not to me. Yet still I could not sleep. I could not. Could it be that I regretted killing him? Could it be that I felt sorry? Could it? Of course it couldn't. I could not feel so. I would not feel so. I would have my sleep. I would have the normality that my life was. I would live as though the crime was never committed. I would have my life back. Why should I feel bad? He is the reason for my problems. He had it coming. Since the day he was born, he had been asking for this. I killed him. I did it. And I'm proud that I did. He deserved it. He needed it. We needed it. He was nothing, and he would have always been nothing. So I killed him. I murdered him. I committed the crime. I did. as I laid in my bed, looking into the blackness that laid in front of my face, I stumbled across a thought I had earlier in the night. There are no mulligans in life, no do-overs. But even if there were, would I have taken one? No. At this, I turned over on my side and looked at the clock. 4:16. It was at this moment that I shut my eyes and received that sultry sleep I had been searching for all night.